It's Temple Talk. Today we're chatting with trainer Leyon Azubuike from NBC's new competition show, Strong. And Raya catches up with comedian stars Key and Peele. Plus, Baker Dave is here with pastries from around the world just in time for the Summer Olympics. All that and more right now on the season finale of Temple Talk. Meet your hosts, Luke Frey, Marissa Gilletto, Justin Backover, and Jonna Booth. Also with Rachel Keller and Raya Abdelaal. From Studio One at Temple University, this is Temple Talk.
Hello guys and welcome to the season 3 finale of Temple Talk. How's everybody doing today? Good? Yeah. Crazy crowd today, oh my gosh. Well, before we get into the news, let's talk about the fact that this year has finally come to an end, and it's only finals headed. And also, Raya Abdelaal is our guest co-host today.
By the way.
Please welcome Raya.
Hey, Raya. Oh yeah, Rachel.
But yeah, the school year is finally wrapping up.
Finally.
After a breath.
Yeah.
So hopefully not a whole lot of schoolwork left for you guys, and like finals or...
I'm writing an 8-page research paper.
I know, he's in the
right
back.
now.
He's like, sorry, can't talk.
I'm not like, okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, not
No,
fun.
it was weird. I feel like they put all the exams this week instead of next week when
Yes.
finals are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's okay though. I'd rather have them out of the
Me too.
way and
Yeah.
then you're just done.
I'd love to start May with like nothing
Yeah.
going on,
Yeah.
you know?
So enough about school. Any
Yeah.
cool plans you guys have over the summer? Or
Yeah, I'm going to Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah, that's
for 2
right.
months.
That's so
I'm so
Yay.
excited. Yeah, I'm trying to get Luke to visit me. He's
I
not
will
having
try.
it.
I'll try
He's
to
like, I'm
come
gonna
see.
relax. I'm like, relax
I-
on the beach with me.
Okay, I'm down.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, so that'll be fun. What are you guys doing?
I'm just gonna work and lay on the beach in the Jersey Shore because I
Woo.
love the Jersey Shore. No, I'm not that fun in the summer.
Not that fun in the summer?
Yeah, I know. Well, and it's like after a long year of school, it's just like
No.
you don't
Just
want to do
wanna
Yeah, like my
relax.
favorite thing to do is like after work go out to dinner. Like maybe that's about it.
sit and
Yeah.
have a nice dinner.
Yeah,
and
like
just,
a glass of wine.
Oh,
About it, yeah.
wow.
Red or white?
I don't drink white, so red.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
It's better for you?
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll live forever.
All right, well, after 15 seasons of American Idol, it has finally come to an end. Earlier this month, American Idol broadcasted its final episode. It has been such an inspiration to other, singing competition shows, such as The Voice, The X Factor, and it was more than a regular TV show. I know I grew up watching it. I was talking to my sister, and I was like, I remember laying in your bed with like your pink carpet and like watching American Idol on
know.
TV, and it's like it's finally wrapping up after
I know.
all of these years. So, were you guys fans of the show, like watching it
yeah.
as kids?
I was like a fan at the beginning. Like I
Yeah.
think I watched up until like whatever Fantasia season was, which I
Yeah.
think was the 3rd season,
That's
and then I gave
early.
up
You
on.
stopped so early.
No, I did
I
because,
think I stopped then too.
and I think like people, like I think more people watch The Voice now.
Yeah,
But
they
it was
did.
X Factor before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
I.
America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
That wasn't just
I mean, it's
singing,
always
but-
something new, but I do think The Voice is the most interesting one
Yeah,
because of the way it's structured.
Yeah.
I do like
And
that.
like the
I
guests.
liked X Factor better.
Really?
Yeah, and like it had
See, I
Simon
disagree.
on there.
I'm
and,
over
like,
Simon and his opinions.
Well, and Ryan
Seacrest.
Seacrest ended the broadcast saying,
Yes.
"The last American Idol," and then all the lights shut off, and he's like, "For now." Dot,
Dun,
dot, dot.
dun, dun. Like, it was
So
dramatic.
everybody's
I'm like,
tweeting like, "What is this?" Ryan saying like,
They're gonna
maybe
do
it's American
something
Idol.
else.
Yeah.
The end of
They're
it.
not going to
something
do
like that.
American Idol. They're going to do something
I just
else.
feel like they died down just because all these shows started coming out, and then to top it
Yeah.
off, I feel like none of the people that won
Went
we've heard of.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like-
Except for Kelly Clarkson.
Like, who was the last American Idol? Can anybody say that?
I have no idea.
Crickets.
I was
in the
just going to say, you
audience.
can hear a pin drop. I was like,
No one knows. I
don't-
watched it and I don't even remember.
yeah, same. It was
Like,
the person
I-
I didn't think was
Yeah.
going to win, and I
Yeah.
didn't even watch
So-
any season.
Oh well, American Idol's gone and maybe
But
coming
so many-
back. So
yeah,
we'll
so
see.
many great people came from that show, though. Like, I
Oh,
was
yeah.
watching it, I'm like, how many talented people did they have?
Yeah.
And
So
you-
so who was your all-time favorite? Everybody of didn't have to win. Like anybody's all-time.
That's a really hard
favorite.
question.
Raya.
Mine is
What's
Kelly
yours?
Clarkson.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm obsessed
Her
with her,
medley
and
was
she just
really
had her
good.
baby.
Oh,
yes.
that's right.
So cute.
I'm not a Kelly fan. Actually, I appreciate she's the only one who's actually done
You're
something.
a Kanye West fan, but you're not a Kelly Clarkson
I know, right?
Yeah. I think that actually makes sense.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah, that
definitely
kinda
makes
does.
sense.
But
does.
I like Jennifer Hudson.
Okay, yeah.
She's the only one with an Oscar.
You took
Yeah.
my choice.
Oh, I did?
Took my choice.
He was so excited. He was like,
I was so excited. I was like, she is,
She's
I
the
think, the
best.
most successful.
And the most
out of
talented.
everybody who's on. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Carrie Underwood.
That's
Just
true.
saying.
She-
Legs and all.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
You like country
Yeah.
music.
Yes.
Yes, even if you don't like country music.
She's
you
as
can
tall
tell
as
me-
you.
No, she's tall.
No, she's 5'2".
I'm 4'11".
Oh, are you?
Calm down.
Okay, I thought you were tall.
No, you're fine. But she was, even if you don't like country music, you have to say she has
Yeah, she's really
pipes.
Yeah.
So who's your
Yes.
all-time Carrie Underwood?
Carrie Underwood.
Okay.
Yeah, duh.
Don't you have a Carrie Underwood ornament on your tree? You said?
Taylor Swift.
Oh, Taylor Swift. Okay. I was close. One of those.
One and the
girls.
same.
Yes.
Anyway, over the past weekend, I was able to work at the Tribeca Film Festival, which was so much fun. Let me just tell you guys, like Friday and Saturday night at the Tribeca Film Festival will literally make your head spin. Seeing everybody there and everybody's into like film, and there's like so much media and like attention around this. And recently, actually, Robert De Niro, recently withdrew his documentary about the association of autism and vaccines from this year's lineup. Now he's in charge of the entire film festival. So do you guys think he made the right choice by pulling his documentary after other people said they wouldn't screen their films if this one was being screened?
I think he made the right choice probably removing it because it's based in nonsense. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no scientific correlation that vaccines cause autism, but that's like a whole different argument.
It is. I believe it is nonsense, but at the same time, it is his freedom to air whatever he wants.
Yeah.
It's everyone's.
It
right.
is.
Yeah.
And the whole idea of this festival is to make films around, ideas or, controversial topics, I guess. So I think it shows that he was trying to be the bigger person
I was just
and
gonna
say
say.
that, even though I'm in charge of this, if other people are upset, I think it was smart of
I
him
think-
pulling it from
Right. I think it
the
shows
festival.
who he is as a person.
Yeah.
He's going to say, they might not respect my artistic ability, but I respect theirs, and I'm going to,
Yeah.
take a step back. He's probably like, I had my success. What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. But like I think he took that as, I did this for what I want to do. I like it, but I'm going to respect you as
I
well.
will
I'm not
say-
going
He
to create a
didn't
stir.
challenge them.
It
You know
could,
what I mean?
it could
We
create
are
a little bit of a
filmmakers.
slippery slope because then if anybody makes a movie about a topic you don't like, all of a sudden
Yeah,
you're not
exactly.
going to show
like,
up
yeah,
and
they're not
whatever.
going to show it anymore.
But I don't know. I just think it's a different topic. This isn't,
Yeah.
in my opinion, it's not subjective. So
Yeah, and it's health
Yeah.
related too. It's, national health and
It
Because
is,
now
but
I want to
you
see
have
it.
to learn the opposite
So.
opinion in order to form a stronger
true.
opinion.
yeah.
Maybe
very
we'll
smart.
see it. Maybe.
Wisdom from Raya.
Yes.
Let me tell you, you talk to
Hashtag
Raya for a
it.
day, she will inspire you. Also in Temple news, Bernie Sanders spoke at the Leyon Center on April 6th, and he spoke to an ecstatic Temple University crowd. The crowds were massive. They lined up
know.
all the way to Girard Avenue, which was crazy. A great turnout at the Leyon Center. He spoke obviously on political issues. Oh, everybody's doing the wave there. Let's see. And he was talking about college, making it affordable. Raya actually went with one of our producers, John and Taylor.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how was the rally? A lot of excitement there that day.
It was so much fun. It was like such a great experience, and just like seeing people come out and like speak about him, like it surprised me. Like I didn't think that there was gonna be such a huge turnout, and then everyone was like tweeting about it, Facebooking it. It was a lot of fun. He had a lot of good things to say. He had other people come on and speak, so that was kind of cool.
You
Felt like
didn't
I was
think
at a
there'd be a
concert.
big Bernie turnout at a college
I
university?
I mean, I
Very
thought there were
smart
a
of
lot of people were not informed about the entire thing until maybe 2 days prior.
It's-
Yeah,
Exactly.
it started to
You
blow up
know?
on Facebook. Like
Yeah,
that,
and
like-
then to top it off, college students tend to be lazy sometimes, and I didn't think that a lot of people were political.
or they support
Yeah.
different candidates.
Or it's
Just
an
saying.
excuse to skip class.
Yeah, that's true.
That
A
is
lot of people
true.
are like, yeah, I'm going to the rally. I'm like, don't you
Well,
have
it's
class?
cool because a lot of journalism and MSP students were like, we get to skip class and cover Bernie Sanders, and that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
great opportunity for
Yeah.
student journalists
Yeah.
and anyone really, even poli-sci majors, everyone.
It
So
was
that was
kind
really
of awesome
cool
to
for
skip the line. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, we
Yeah,
went
right.
straight to the back.
Yeah,
We were
like,
like,
I
passed
"Bye."
class,
From
you
yeah,
didn't
from
have
the
to wait
top
in
of my
3 hour
building,
line.
the line was just
It was
all the
enormous.
way down Broad.
Until
I heard it
like
was like a
8:30.
I heard it was like a 3-hour line.
Yeah.
3 hours
Yeah.
of people being
People were
inside.
lining up at like 10 a.m.
It went all the way to
it was like
Gerard.
7. Because
Seven?
I swear I saw people like camp. I was like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
That's a little
Wow.
much, but
Yeah,
that's
a
another
little bit.
topic.
Maybe if it was Carrie Underwood. I would do
Oh my gosh, you have a ticket.
Or Kanye West.
it. Not Kanye West.
All right, well, it looks like Starbucks knows just how much students rely on coffee, I know I do, to get through their days. They've recently launched a new rewards program, and customers are already unhappy. Surprise. Justin, what is this new rewards program? Everybody's up in arms.
Okay, so they're changing how the starring structure works and when you get a free drink. But the main problem is now, for most people, is they're going by how much money you spend and not how many times you've been there.
Okay, so it's like twice as hard or like
Yeah.
10 times as hard to
Yeah.
actually get through.
But I think that depends on the person, because like I, for one, I can get regular coffee at home in my coffee pot. So when I go to Starbucks, I'm like spending money.
True.
Right.
So I
That's-
feel
I
like
indulge in Starbucks.
exactly.
I'll
So
go
I
every
feel
day.
like I'm gonna actually get more points from going to Starbucks now because I'm spending more money as opposed to I have
Right.
to be there 12 times for
Okay.
something free.
Yeah. I
So-
did
One
not
of the
think of
few that is not
Wisdom from
upset with this
Justin
topic,
now, gosh.
apparently. And well, it sounds crazy, but so are we. So we decided to have a coffee taste test and see if we could really tell the difference between that good stuff and the maybe not so good stuff. So we're gonna taste test 4 different coffees. So here they come.
Oh my God, this is
And
gonna
we're gonna see if
I'm
we
gonna
can
love
tell which one is a certain
sorry.
brand. We have samples from Starbucks, 7-Eleven, Saxby's, and Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay.
So
I don't like black coffee. This is gonna be
I
hilarious.
love black coffee.
Okay,
Two?
so let's try
Which
one
are you
and
trying?
2.
1 and 2.
So somebody grab one,
Oh
somebody
gosh, I'm
grab
gonna
2.
spill this
All right, so
everywhere.
I have
Okay.
one.
I have one.
Okay.
So you grab 2.
I have 2.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna try it. Marissa
Oh!
hates black coffee.
That's horrible.
Okay.
Which coffee shops did you say these were?
So these are
Yeah, what am I
Dunkin'?
not?
7-Eleven, Dunkin', Saxby's, and Starbucks.
I know what this is.
Okay.
I need to like wait a
Okay.
second.
So now I'm gonna
Can
try
we switch?
2.
Yeah.
So yeah, so now I'm gonna try 2. And here.
Oh my God.
You tried one.
Okay, wait.
Ooh,
I know what this is.
I think I know it.
Ew.
Yeah, I think I know what number 2 is. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay, so now 3
I
and
know
4.
what this is.
All right, here. There's 4.
So now 3. All right. So
I'm
let's try
coughing
number
because it's so bad.
3 tastes a lot like 1.
This tastes like tea.
Same.
This is not
Okay.
coffee.
So
It
now,
all tastes bad. I
so
don't know.
now I'm gonna try 4.
Oh my God.
You better not be sick.
It's so funny how much.
Oh
you
no,
don't-
now I know what this
Wait,
one
let
is.
me-
This
let
is
me-
like
here.
water.
I have no. They all taste the same. Like this.
No.
No, they don't.
I mean,
4
okay.
and 1.
Okay.
No, I got it.
So we're all in agreement. 1 is terrible. So
No, I don't mind
what?
1. I
What
don't.
is number
1
1?
and
7-Eleven.
yes,
Number 1. Okay.
Yes. Sorry, I got excited.
So
'cause I got it
I
right.
thought it was Dunkin' Donuts.
No,
number
it's water.
2, I think, is Starbucks.
I think it's
Yes.
Dunkin'.
Saxby's.
I think number 4 is Starbucks.
So
I
number
think 4 is
3,
No, no way.
Saxby's.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Which one?
Number
3.
3,
Starbucks.
Starbucks. Number 3 is Starbucks, and number 4
4 is
was what?
Saxby.
Oh,
Dunkin'.
wait. What?
What?
Let me try this again.
What did you buy me?
The only one I got.
Maybe
wrong
that
was-
is, yeah. I don't know. So I think they all taste exactly the same.
You know
what?
except-
I
except
think I'm
number
gonna.
1.
I'm gonna
Except
keep
number
adding.
Well, I'm
cream
gonna.
and sugar to
Wait,
my
which one was
coffee.
Starbucks?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold on to that.
Basically,
I'm
me and
gonna-
Marissa agree. They
Yeah.
all
I'm
suck.
gonna pour that in
They're
my
all-
Temple Talk mug,
Blech.
and
I'm
we're gonna have that
not.
for
You
the
want
rest
some
of
black coffee?
No, I'm good.
So-
I am.
I didn't
so
mind
good.
2. I thought 2 was good.
All right.
God
So
bless
here, I'm
your
gonna
soul.
hand these back over to you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Here you
okay.
go.
No, I'm with you with the cream
You
and
are
sugar.
loading
Yeah.
up his.
Yes, I am.
Are you mixing them?
I gotta finish that
Yeah,
research
you're
paper.
mixing
really
that. Yeah, I
gross.
know. True. Students do rely on their coffee. Look
You
at
do
us.
have a paper to write.
Get to it.
All right. And in an effort to improve quality of life in the surrounding neighborhoods of Temple University, they are cracking down on off-campus parties. Key components of their new action include a community patrol, increase for fines of alcohol-related issues, and a partnership with the Liquor Control Board. Is this policy a little bit too harsh, do you guys think, on Temple students?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
I
too.
do.
Okay, so why?
No, and I'm not saying that from the perspective of somebody who wants to go out and have a
Right,
good
right,
time. I'm
thank
saying
you.
that from the perspective of somebody who, if you're really walking into the situation thinking this doesn't happen on campus as administration, then like you're grossly mistaken.
I don't know. I definitely think it's too harsh, but at the same time, I think Temple, the last couple years I've been here, and it's like I know other universities I live near have a bad rap for their police kind of like targeting their students and, you know, targeting underage drinking. And I think Temple is just kind of trying to grab a hold of that and kind of say, look, like it's not okay. You need to sort of, step back a little bit and remember that you are not, of legal age to be drinking. I think some Temple students who have been here for a couple years have been kind of like, we're in our own world, like. There's no problems here. We can, do it whenever, when you just need to step back. And I think Temple's trying to make us realize that you can't be out there.
We have to realize that we go to school in North Philadelphia, and sometimes there are other things that take precedent over college kids drinking.
Yes.
But I think we've also been very, I don't want to say lucky as a college student to, not have that patrol for college parties.
True.
But I think that Temple's known for, you won't get busted for your party that you're going to throw because they have other things to worry about. Yeah. But they should have been doing this a little bit before.
No,
I think
because we've never
and I think
had
that
to experience
students
it.
sometimes forget a little bit too that like there's a fine now if you throw a party at your house, but nobody really
But
gets
it's not
them.
being enforced.
Exactly.
No.
So like they didn't talk about necessarily enforcing it as much as they're talking about just increasing the fine, specifically for house parties. Whereas the idea of having the graduate students walk around on the weekend,
That's hilarious to me.
Like I'm not.
That's a little.
First of all, if you're like legally allowed to drink and you're patrolling other people's parties on a weekend, maybe
But then
you
that
should
might
But
like
if somebody paid for
go
it, I would
out.
do it.
But the fines might keep the kids off the street during the party.
Well, that's
too,
true. The block parties on
because
Grad
they
Street, I think,
trash
is what.
everything.
Yeah, Meek Mill
They're-
shows up and it's a whole.
But wait,
They're
if
getting a
Meek
little
Mill
crazy.
shows up, the university should welcome him with open arms to have a block party. Exactly.
Oh, yikes. All right, well, we have a great show, guys, today. He is a former Temple Owl, and he was recently on NBC's new show, Strong. Leyon Azubuike is here, plus the man everyone on campus loves, Baker Dave, will be joining us. But first, Rachel finds out what it's like to take a real spin class right here on campus. I can't wait to see this show. It says fun. So check it out, and we'll be right back.
Okay, summer's right around the corner, guys. You know what that means. We have to get in shape. So I'm here at IBC at Temple University, and we are going to take a spinning class today. Let's see if I survive. What kind of classes do they offer here at IBC?
Okay, so with Campus Recreation, we actually have about 65 group fitness sessions that happen each week during the semester. Everything from your mind-body classes like yoga and Pilates to your high-intensity classes like Zumba and cycling. So
Temple students, there's the freshman 15, and a lot of problems with students staying in shape. Do you think that these centers offer a good opportunity and way for students to get involved in fitness?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's really our job. Day in, day out, we come in and our goal is to serve the student population primarily, first and foremost. But yeah, I mean, this is the opportunity, hopping in a group fitness session and working out with someone next to you and side by side to give you more motivation. Really the options are there for everyone. It's pretty cool.
That is cool. And I'm excited and very scared, but we're going to do a spinning class today. Can you tell me a little bit about what I'm about to get myself into?
Sure. I would say this. One of the coolest things about cycling is that you can come in at any level and succeed. So our leaders are all set up to get our participants, whether it is your first time or 5,000th time, understanding and a feeling that they are welcome and that they can get the most out of whatever they give. So
That's awesome. Okay, guys, let's go. Is this your life? Am I alive still? Thanks so much, Anthony, for giving us a great spinning class. Thank you so much to IBC and Temple University. I'm Rachel Keller for Temple Talk. I'm alive.
Hey guys, welcome back to Temple Talk. Joining us today, we have a former Temple Owl.
Who has taken his athletic skills to new heights on NBC's new fitness competition show, Strong. Please welcome Leyon Azubuike. Welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Pleasure to be here.
Welcome back to Temple's campus. I saw on Instagram earlier you were visiting Temple football. So how was that? Do you miss it at all?
I really miss it. You know, my time with the Owls was really good. You know, they're a lot better now, right?
Yeah.
Not to say that we weren't good back in the day. Coach Golden did a tremendous job, and Coach Rule picked up right where they left off because they're tremendous. So,
Right. Will we see you at any games?
Oh,
next year?
you'll see me at a few.
There we go.
Are you always watching, always keeping up with like who's on the
Always,
who's on the team?
always. There was a lot of really good moments last year, you know.
Yeah.
So I believe we cracked the top 25, didn't we? A
Yes.
couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
as
we
high as
did.
like number 19 or 20. So
Yeah.
you know we're all the way out there in California. You know, once the owl, always the owl. So.
True. Tell
Owls
me,
everywhere.
tell me around.
Owls everywhere. That's what I say. That's what they say here.
No, they do.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I was reading that you made a major choice between either Temple or Penn State. So what's all this about?
Yes.
And I'm glad you chose Temple. Though.
Yes.
We all are.
So I when I was growing up, you know, my dad is very heavily rooted in the North Philadelphia area. So when it came down to getting the scholarship offer, you know, it was really late because I played football, basketball, track. I did a lot, but
Did it all.
I started to excel in football at a later age, like 11th or 12th grade. So when it came down to like deciding through these scholarship offers, I'm like, my dad's in North Philadelphia. Why not just go to Temple?
Well, you made a good choice.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, go
Yes.
Owls.
So how has your experience at Temple and Temple football, how has that gotten you to where you are now with boxing, your own gym, NBC show Strong? Has that encouraged you at all?
Definitely. You know, my experience with Temple football is one that was very positive. So a lot of things that people don't see is like the coach who is leading you is instilling all his like values and ethics and moral beliefs in you at the same time. So at the time you don't really realize that these are like lessons that you're going to use throughout your whole life, right? So when I got into the business world and I was no longer playing football or boxing, all that discipline that was instilled in me, waking up at 4:30 a.m. to run, you know, in snow and,
That
and all
sounds
these
so
conditions.
fun.
Yeah, it's tough, right? And even just like the study hall and you know being academically responsible, those things are things that shape young men for life, right? So it really helped me out later on.
So when did you start personal training or like helping people work out and get strong?
So I stopped competing in boxing in early like 2010, but by that time, well actually no, late 2010, early 2011. So by that time I was kind of training people already on the side, but more of you know, a means to support like, you know, this boxing dream that I was chasing, right? So once I lost at the Nationals in late 2010, I was like, man, you know, I have to wait another, you know, at this point it's gonna be 5 years to the next like Olympic Games, you know, so I was like, I might as well go ahead and kiss my boxing dream goodbye, you know, and start working and kind of, you know, turning a new chapter over in my life. So really 2009, 2010 was a soft entry into like the personal training business, and then 2011 I went after
And
it.
now you're training people like Kristen Cavallari and all these celebrities. Who has, I don't want to say been your favorite, but who is someone that's been so memorable to you?
So memorable to me. I would say the most memorable guy that I've trained is definitely Andre 3000.
Okay.
You know, so if you're familiar with Andre, of course, he's one of the top 5 rappers of all time, and just super down to earth guy to the point where, you know, you're talking about someone who's mega, right? And sometimes he's like walking up the street, says, you know, Leon, meet me here because we're gonna go into the gym after this. I'm like, Andre, you know, like if you're walking down the street, you're gonna get mobbed.
You're gonna get attacked.
Yeah, you know, so but super down to earth and a really good role model for a lot of people in the industry, because it's just like, it's almost like hasn't changed a bit. Super cool guy and very approachable.
Now you're BFFs.
Yeah, you know, a little bit.
So is there any room in your schedule for more celebrity
Celebs?
clients?
Us?
Or
Just kidding.
no?
So the way that we
I
built
guess
out
not.
our
It's not going in a
We
good direction.
no, we can squeeze you guys in.
All
It's
right,
not a
okay,
problem.
cool.
All right, that's great.
You know, Temple people take care of Temple people. You know,
Yeah,
owls
that's
are
true.
everywhere.
Owls are everywhere.
Owls are
see?
Everywhere, you guys, right? So definitely the way the schedule's been is it's been getting a little bit more tight, but all the coaches and professionals at our facility are, you know, well equipped to handle any influx of traffic coming in the door. So they're really up to speed.
All right. So there's no room for me, but that's okay.
I'll continue to eat those treats at Bigger Food. Is bacon for us.
So NBC Strong, I like how this show kind of focuses more on being strong and not, you know, being thin,
skinny.
losing
Right.
weight, and that kind of stuff. So is that something that draws you to a show like this, where it's more on, you know, training and strength?
I've always been, you know, drawn to a show like this because it's more about like athletic performance and mental and physical strength, as opposed to just like a number on the scale that may be inaccurate. You know, like for example, today I'm 250 pounds, right? And in my junior year at Temple, I was 250 pounds. But my junior year at Temple, I was way bigger. So body composition is a very like real thing, and the scale doesn't differentiate between like lean mass and fat mass and bone and vice and you know, so have you. So when they approached me to do the show, I just wanted to really make sure it was about like a mental and physical experience and getting stronger, as opposed to pressuring yourself to meet some sort of like societal norm or aesthetic, which is not what the show is really about.
Right. I like that. So how do you think, besides that, because I think that's the main component of what makes it different than any other competition show, but why do you think it's different from this than all the other shows out there on TV?
Well, the biggest difference is that, so if you've seen like another really popular and good inspirational fitness show is The Biggest Loser, right? And in The Biggest Loser, the fitness professionals are, encouraging and inspiring these clients along their journey, but in these physically daunting challenges that they participate in, it's only the trainee that goes. In Strong, we're encouraging and inspiring, but we have to do it as well.
Yes.
So every bit of sweat, blood, and tears that was shed on that
that you learned from Temple football.
That I learned from Temple football, prepare me for it. I had to do it myself, so I had
Wow.
gone through a very intense physical training period just to do it and get through it. So it was.
So it was an
tough.
experience for you as well,
Oh,
not
absolutely.
just the person that you were training.
I mean, I'm sure it
100%.
took you a while to be
Yeah.
strong enough to do all of those things. It looks like you haven't trained for a while. But anyway, those obstacle courses look like so much fun. And I see them and I'm like, oh, I can do that, like crawl through those levels
You look like you're
did.
dancing. I don't know if this is
No, I watched it and I was like, I want to ask him about these. Are they harder than they look?
Man, so these obstacles, these challenges are extremely tough, right?
Are you sure?
They're,
So you're saying we
For
can't
you?
do it. You're not going to stay
Or-
on here.
they're extremely tough. I would say at any level of competition, they would be tough for anybody. That's why I was incredibly encouraged and inspired by my own trainee, because just to see her attempt to do these type of physically daunting things was very, inspiring. So it inspired me. So, but in terms of like the physical, the physicality of it, it was extremely tough. I see that tower and I still get,
You have flashbacks.
I see that and I'm like, I'm ready to go. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to try this out. So, unfortunately, your team was sent off of the show. So, will we see you later on this season, maybe?
You know what?
Possibly?
I can't say that. It's a long season, and
Okay.
I believe we're at episode 4 right now, and we'll be running for 10 episodes. So there's a lot of things that could definitely happen. But it's
Possibly.
Maybe.
I
Maybe
mean,
not.
just like it's ultimately it is a competition, right? And sometimes different things happen. But in terms of if you'll see me, if you won't see me, we'll just have to keep on tuning
You're
in.
you're really good at talking around questions.
Yeah.
So you're
You're in the right business.
So keep an eye out for Leon
Yeah.
on NBC show Strong. Thank you so much for hanging out
No, thank you guys.
with us. We had a great
course.
time. And when
Appreciate
we
it.
come back, Raya and Justin will be hanging out with Baker Dave.
Yes, but first, Raya has some laughs with comedians Key and Peele from the new film Keanu. Check this out.
All right, no, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
I want to do
Hey, Temple Talk. We're here with Jordan Peele and Method Man. We're here to discuss their new movie that's coming out. What was the writing process like for you?
The writing process was very fun. We got to basically make our dream film, and it was kind of a movie. We were like, you know what? We'll write this thing, and then at some point, someone's gonna want a Key and Peele movie, and we'll have our favorite script to give them, and that's what happened.
My second question is for you. So what was it like playing your character in the movie?
I had fun making this movie. The process was one of the most comfortable sets I've been on. It's just super hot, filming in New Orleans in the summer. Yes.
So what was your favorite part about making the movie?
My favorite part you know, there were some parts where, you know, Keegan and I get to improvise and get to have fun. The scenes that Keegan and Cliff and I got to do together, we're just trying to make each other laugh. There's a lot of improvising going on.
Cliff, what's next for you?
Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa.
A lot of money you have to pay for the rights. That's how he does it.
My last question is for both of you, but I'm going to start with you first. Do you have a cat at home?
No. I do have a dog, and I have never lost my dog, but I feel like how most people feel. If my dog or cat was in trouble, I would do anything. I would go walk through flames, I would confront a cartel, I would do anything, and so that's what this movie's about.
All right, Temple Talk, that's all we have for you today.
I'd like to leave the watchers with one last quote. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? C'est soi.
All right, perfect. Back to you guys in the studio.
Welcome back, and we are here with Baker Dave, and we're going to make a trip around the world in honor of the Summer Olympics.
Yes, we're so excited to try these, but first, a couple of questions for Baker Dave.
Yeah, so I guess the first thing is
Fire away.
What exactly do we have in front of us?
Oh, okay, so what I did here is it's called brigadeiro, I believe. I'm probably butchering this pronunciation, but it's a Brazilian candy. It's kind of like a Brazilian version of a truffle.
Okay.
So like, have you ever had a candy truffle?
Yeah, so what's the difference between the two?
So a truffle is usually made with ganache, so it's heavy cream and it's chocolate, and you cook it down and you make these beautiful truffles, right? Dip them in chocolate. This is actually made with sweetened condensed milk.
Okay.
And some cocoa powder and some butter. Super simple. And I thought, you know, Olympics are in Brazil.
Why
I'd
not?
make a Brazilian treat.
So it's sort of like a dulce de leche.
It's very dulce de leche-esque,
Okay.
but like chocolate dulce de leche, if that was a thing.
Was this
I
the
watch
first
a
time
lot.
you've made these?
This is I'm not
yes.
Brazilian, but I found it. I was like, this looks awesome, and I made them, and they actually came out pretty
That's
good.
so exciting.
Was it hard to make? Or?
Super simple. That's what I was trying to point out is you literally, if you take your pot and you stick 1 can of sweetened condensed milk in, you put 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1 tablespoon of butter, stick it on to cook, and just stir it constantly. Medium heat for maybe like 5 minutes, and it just starts pulling away. It looks like pudding.
Okay.
And then you know you're done. You set it aside, and once it cools enough that you can play with it, you roll it up and then roll it in whatever you want. I chose some beautiful red, white, and blue, you know, in honor of
Yes.
America for the Olympics,
They look so
hoping that we
yummy.
do well.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. They're like the Summer Olympics are the best Olympics in my opinion. They're like have the funnest sports.
Really?
I love the Summer.
I'm glad we had
Well,
My
nobody
daughter's a
actually-
figure skater, so I'm
Okay.
not really going towards.
Well, I'm alone over here, but that's all right.
okay. That's okay. I feel like it's a little hot in the summer, but
Yeah, but you're gonna be in Brazil. That's gonna be so much fun.
even
But
hotter.
when you think like Olympics, do you think like snow and like, you know, cold
No,
sports?
I think of the freestyle swimming.
What?
I think
I
of the
do.
culinary Olympics
maybe
that
when-
happen in
yeah.
like Germany. No.
I was like, what?
It is a thing. No,
that's
it's
a
really a
thing?
thing. No, absolutely. Every 4 years they have a culinary
What?
Olympics.
Have you ever tried out?
No, it's very. It's hard to get through all that process. Like you actually, there's an American team, and you spend a year and a half like working on your stuff. It's not that easy. I can't devote the time to that.
Do the Americans do well in the?
We actually do very well. We one of the competitions we had a few years back was the Coupe du Monde, which is another huge baking competition, and we beat the French out back in the 80s on their bread.
We beat the
Yeah.
French
And the
on their
bread?
bread.
I don't remember the exact date, but it was awesome. Yeah, like we kicked
I
butt.
want to try the bread now. Get them in here. Like,
Yeah,
who
like,
eat the bread. I want to
what
know.
bread
what
can
bread?
beat a French baguette?
It was a baguette too. That's what's awesome. Actually, I have
That's
some. There's some cookbooks out there you can get that. Now I feel like I'm selling somebody else's cookbook. But anyways, I'm just pointing out that us culinarians have Olympics too. So
That's exciting. How did you get your start
in baking,
baking? Yeah, how
Right.
did you become Baker Dave?
how did I? Those are 2 different questions.
Okay. they
So what are you asking there?
Okay,
like I've
well,
always,
how
you
did
know.
you get your start, and then how did you transition into becoming
Okay,
Baker
so my big story of how I became a baker is I went to the culinary school because my band fell apart. So I was in a rock band, we were doing great, everything was going fantastic, and then everything fell apart, and my fallback was culinary school. So I went to the school, I just assumed that you signed up as a culinary. I mean, that's what you do, right? As I'm touring the school, I'm watching these classes, you know, when you tour the school, you get to see into the classes and see what they do. And over here, you've got people cutting up raw meat in the butcher shop, and I'm not really into that. And then over here, you had people blowing sugar and playing with chocolate, and I was like, I think I need to switch my major. So then I became a pastry chef. So that was like my thing.
Do you still not like to handle raw meat after that?
I'm not a huge fan of raw meat, I'm not gonna lie. I really am not like, I like to get, you know, the chicken breasts that are already cut and everything, because I don't really like to deal with it.
So you like it cooked, just not?
Oh, I eat it. Yeah, I eat meat. I'm not a vegetarian, or I'll eat almost anything.
So then how did you become Baker Dave?
Okay, so there's the second question, right?
Yeah.
So Baker Dave, when I came to Temple, it was about 14 years ago at this point, what was cool is I worked with a lot of people named Dave. So it just became this thing, like you had Catering Dave, and you had the one guy we called Big Head Dave. He was the guy that was in charge. But it was like 4 or 5 different Daves, and I just became Baker Dave so that you could differentiate between the Daves. And then we started doing cool things like the big cake. One of the things that I suggested one year, I was like, wouldn't it be great if we just made like a big cake for no reason? And I actually got my bosses to agree, which was shocking because nobody ever wants to spend money, right? But I got them to agree to it, and it became this like awesome thing we do now every homecoming.
Yeah, we were at the last big cake, and that was so awesome. That was the best cake I've ever tried. I told my best friend who's getting married about that cake. And I was like,
she can order a cake, absolutely.
Yeah, hire Baker Dave.
For sure. No, we sell cakes. I mean, you can order cakes if people just wanted to buy a cake for their friend or whatever.
It was so good. It was literally amazing.
You know, do you still play music?
I do from time to time. I'm not as much. I found this is like part of my speech that I give people, right? Is that I thought that music was the only thing I could do, and then I realized that it was all about creativity, right? So once I learned another creative outlet, I don't go to the music as much as I used to now, and I'm okay with that. I still feel fulfilled. Does that make sense?
Okay, well, let's taste these,
yeah,
right?
I want to try them.
All right, I want to try a coconut one because I love coconut. Are you going to have one with us?
Would you like me to?
Yeah, why not?
I'm going to be patriotic as well.
Yes.
Cheers.
Okay. Oh, all right, well, I'm all lost over here.
Summer Olympics, not Summer Olympics. You know what I mean?
Wow, these are unreal.
Oh my God, they're better than my mom's.
I like that you guys took like little dainty bites and I just shoved it in. I feel a little bit out of place now.
Dainty, well, I ate half of it.
I guess I earned
This is so good.
my Baker Dave.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
These are
thank
like
you.
really good. Okay.
No, steal them, eat them in the back.
And that's all we have for this. We have more great stuff coming up next here on Temple Talk.
It's Rachel Keller again for Temple Talk. We're outside on this beautiful day. It's 80 degrees out here. Everyone is stunting. We have all these beautiful colors. We're going to ask a lot of students about what they're going to be doing this summer. So let's go check it out. Okay, it's a beautiful day out today. This is the last week of the semester. How are you guys feeling about that?
Great, so great, honestly.
What about you?
Feeling pretty good, you know, enjoying the nice weather today, so.
Was the semester hard for you guys?
It was. This week's getting to grind time right now, so it's like all-nighters and everything, but it's been pretty easy besides this.
Gotcha. What about you?
Not so much, you know, I mean, I've been doing a lot of work, but haven't really pulled like too many all-nighters.
It was all right. Like, I had a lot of classes, so it was kind of tough, but I think I'm doing fine.
I hope I'm doing fine. Beautiful day out here. I love the dress that you're wearing. What's your favorite thing about being outside in this weather at school?
Just the sun, just being able to go on bike rides, go on walks.
My favorite thing is that everybody's outside when it's nice out. Like, you see everybody.
I love it. I love how everyone's outside, just chilling on the beach. It's a good time. Like, in between class, you can study, you can hang out with your friends, and just good vibes all around.
Summer's coming up. What do you have planned?
Work.
I'm actually going to be here for the first part of summer taking math, but in August I have a trip to go to Wyoming and go hiking there.
I'm going to Cape Cod. One of my best friends has a house up there, so I'm going to be there for a little bit and then just playing soccer, you know, hanging out. I'm from Connecticut, so yeah, I get to go back home, chill out for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to Chicago. I'm going to intern for Discover Card.
Wow, congratulations. That's a big internship. So what are you going to be doing there?
I'm going to do marketing for them. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, I'm taking some classes over the summer to graduate on time, and I'm just basically working to save up to pay for my last year of school. So.
Awesome. Well, good luck.
I'm participating in the Leadership Camp, which is through the Leadership and Development Office here at Temple University. And it's a week where we go to the Poconos, we have no cell phone reception, we wear sweatpants and sneakers, and we do leadership activities, and we just bond with people who have like-minded ideas and just want to be better people and better leaders.
Wow, that sounds great to me. And that pitch was amazing. It's almost like she practiced that. Did you practice that?
No, I actually work for the leadership office, but it's not something that I was told to do. This is not a paid advertisement.
It is such a nice day. I'm loving it out here. I'm about to go get an ice cream cone, and have a great summer, everybody. I'll see you next year. This is Rachel Keller for Temple Talk.
Welcome back, guys. Well, he didn't officially announce it yet, but this is Luke's last episode. He is my co-creator with me. We created this freshman year 3 years ago. It's been a long, winding road, but we made it, and now he's finally leaving.
It has. A lot has
How's it
changed
feel?
in the last couple of years. I don't know. I mean, it hasn't really hit me yet since, schoolwork and all that kind of stuff, and it's the end of the school year anyway, so usually we are wrapping up Temple Talk for the year, so it's just kind of normal, but I think next year it'll kind of hit me
when you're
back.
bored and you're like,
Yeah,
can I do
when
anything?
I'm bored.
And I'm like, nope, you said you were leaving.
Yes.
Shame on you.
But no, yeah, and a lot's changing next year. We have new co-hosts and hosts coming on next year, so yeah, I mean, I just hope Temple Talk has a really great future and everything. And yeah, I can't actually believe it's my last episode, but I'm so thankful for Temple University Television, specifically George Cummings and Paul Gluck for working with us and me on and guiding me as a new student. Freshman year, I had this idea, and I had no clue how to make a television show work, and I thank them for being great mentors throughout my time here and at Temple. And for them actually thinking I was capable of pulling all this off, what is this? And the amount of people we've gotten to have on the show, or people we interviewed on the show.
And animals.
Yes, and animals and people, and the outpouring of interest and involvement, of students that have helped out through all the years too. And everyone who's helped out behind the scenes, our directors, our first team was only 3 people, and it's been such an amazing transition from then until now when we have an entire staff. And I came to Temple with no clue of how to make a TV show work, and now we're on a set and we have a talk show that's sort of real. So I don't know. So this wouldn't have been possible without everyone who's helped out through all the years, the crew, the audio directors, all the talented students that we've seen come through here and host alongside with us. And nothing would have been possible without that, or you co-creating the show along with me, since I was like, I'm a scared little boy, I don't know what to do.
Orientation,
And
we're
I was
eating, and we're scared, we go, so
we-
what do you want to do for fun? And we're like, live with Kelly and Michael. And he's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, Sam.
I was like, we're gonna be best friends. And and us working and having those tech center meetings about what we're actually, doing with
When
this.
we had no
And,
idea.
Season 1, season 2, now season 3, so much has changed, and our show has come so far. And thank you.
Thank you.
For
Don't look at me.
working
Gonna
alongside
cry.
of me, and
Of course.
So.
Thanks for having me along your ride.
Of course. And I know that you will do an amazing job next year. And take
I have
this to
big
a new
shoes to
place.
fill, not just because I have tiny feet.
Not
but
just because I wear a
you-
size 13,
Yeah.
but because...
But because, no, seriously, you did an amazing job, and none of this would have been possible without you, none of it. I know I helped, but you were the leading man, and it's been amazing, and I'm so blessed to have you, and as my skirt rides up, but I got it, guys. But it's been truly amazing, so it's going to be tough without you, but...
I know, but
We
it's
can do
time
it.
to move on.
I know.
So-
Okay, guys, I'll cut the cord.
Oh, and I guess actually we have pictures from old. So we actually had our first test show, which we came in here, no lights,
Oh my
one
gosh.
background, and we had
This
a team
table?
of
No, I'm kidding.
4. That was our test show we had then.
Oh gosh.
That was our practice
None of us
show.
knew we had to wear colors.
We just,
Until that one.
We had no clue what we were doing. Our mugs were so psychedelic and changed every single episode.
Oh my gosh, Logan.
Yeah, I know.
Ed.
And our co-hosts were Logan Wilson and Ed LaFerge. Table 4, we had a great season that season. And then last season, season 2, with Leyon Azubuike, we had a great time with her. And
she's hilarious.
Yeah,
we miss her.
She's hilarious. So much, like, I don't know, it changed each year, and it got a little bit better. With the more we learned, the more our staff learned, the more, we were educated about television, since I had no clue what I was doing, and still don't. But
I think we're making it work.
We all came together and really made it work. Yeah. So it was great.
It was great.
And I've had a great time on the show.
Yes.
So.
Well, we're going to miss you.
Thanks.
But we're not done
I'm gonna
yet.
Miss you too.
We are not done yet. So our two former hosts, Logan and Leanna, wanted to be a part of Luke's last episode. They're working people now in the real world, so they wanted to make a video. So take a look at their sweet message for him.
Hey everyone, Logan Wilson here. I was one of the first anchors for Temple Talk back when Luke started it, and I must say, Luke, I am so proud of you. What you've done with the show has amazed the Temple community, the Philadelphia community, and I'm sure many more in the media industry. When I first met you, Luke, I was so surprised when I heard that you were a freshman. You had more of your stuff together than I did as a senior, and I just can't wait to see what you do next. You continue to amaze everyone around you. I'm so thankful that I got to meet you, and I wish you the best of luck.
Hey Luke, Leanna here. I just wanted to say congrats on making it this far at Temple. You only have one semester left. I cannot believe how fast time flies by. I remember when I first met you and Marissa, Logan and I were on our way to media night out at the Phillies game, and while we were on the subway, she's telling me all about these two awesome co-hosts she has on Temple Talk, and that immediately made me want to be a part of it. But I think by like the third inning, I fell in love with you both, and I'm pretty sure the feeling was mutual because by the end of the night, you guys had my number and told me you wanted to make me a host on the show for the next season. So shout out to Logan for that. Thank you so much. But my favorite memory with you guys was when we went to New York City to see Marissa's idol, Kelly Ripa, on Kelly and Michael. We waited in line for hours to get in, and it was raining, and it was wet outside. Our feet were freezing, but it wasn't that bad because we were all together. After the show, we decided to go get something to eat before we made our way to see The View, and I'm distracted trying to follow walking directions in New York City, which is not easy, and Marissa's in her own little world when, as Luke likes to tell it, Marissa completely runs over David Muir, who had just been named the anchor, so we weren't that sure who he was, and Luke has a heart attack, and Marissa and I are both like, what just happened? I haven't laughed that hard in a while, and it was a great day with you too. After graduation, I started to apply to jobs, which I'm not going to lie to you, it's not easy, but you just have to keep at it every day, and that's what I did. So eventually I got a job as a color analyst and sideline reporter for the University of Penn's volleyball team for the fall season. It was amazing, and after that I landed my first full-time job here as a producer on the morning show here at WJAC in Johnstown. I've been here for a little over 3 months now, and I'm loving it. It's a lot of hard work, especially because my hours are overnight. Not something I ever saw myself doing, but it's great, and I'm learning so much. Luke, you never cease to amaze me from starting this show as a freshman to running back and forth from Temple to New York City for internships or just to be an extra on The Mysteries of Laura. You showed me what hard work looks like, and I have no doubt in my mind you will accomplish amazing, huge, crazy things. Thank you for being an amazing producer and an even better friend. I love you so much. Good luck.
Thank you, Logan and Leanna, so much. That was so sweet. You guys are doing some awesome things, have some awesome jobs, and hopefully Temple Talk helped you along the way. You guys were great friends, and we enjoyed working with you guys so much, so thank you.
Yes, and I know we talked a little bit, but I wanted to say a few words. If I don't cry, I'm very emotional. I've learned so much from Luke, and oh God, I didn't think I would really cry this much.
It's okay.
Luke has been one of my best friends, and not having you freaks me out a lot. He has taught me everything from TV to having a backbone to getting things done, having deadlines, and I just want to say thank you, and I can't imagine college without you. So we wanted to make you a little cake.
Thank
Says
you
good
so
luck,
much.
and I know you're not eating sugar,
Thanks.
but you know what?
That's okay.
You're gonna deal with
Let me
it.
show. I don't know how far I can go.
Yeah, I know,
without
we don't want to
losing
drop it.
But
I can't believe I
thank
cried
you
this
guys
much.
so much.
But
This means so
from
much. I
everyone,
know.
we love you so much, and you're gonna do amazing things. We know it, and we're so blessed to have you.
All right, well, we have some new hosts and correspondents coming back next year. It's going to be a great next season, and they're going to have so much fun. So they will see you right back here next time on
Temple Talk.
Thank you so much. I know.